I am a man more sinned against than sinning. It would be easy to imagine those words coming out of the mouth of our own mad king, Donald Trump, as he stalks the halls of the White House in a rage, a petulant tantrum over losing the election in a landslide to Joe Biden, muttering to himself about treason and screaming specious allegations about fraud. But those are not the words of Trump. That is William Shakespeare's King Lear, because that is where we've arrived. But Trump's mad king is far more insidious, as he remains holed up in the White House like an end-stage dictator, refusing to concede, and frankly, to just go away, dissolving into unreality while the Republican Party remains silent. And at this point, it's hard to argue with lifelong Republicans like Stuart Stevens, who are calling it sedition. Nearly 80 million Americans have done something that for all of Trump's 74 years, no one has ever done. They told him no. And now, to extricate ourselves from this nightmare and to begin undoing the damage that he's caused and the mass death he has unleashed, and to begin beating back the coronavirus, we just need one Republican, just one, to also tell him no. And they won't do it. They just join him in abetting his refusal to admit defeat, and they watch as he inflicts that madness upon us, upon the American people, threatening to take the country down with him. He's not attending coronavirus task force meetings. He's brushing off the 250,000 Americans who are dead on his watch. Instead, tweeting insane conspiracy theories so egregious that Chris Krebs, the man he just fired for speaking the truth about election security, had to clarify that election-related servers were not recently seized in Europe by the U.S. Army. Because Trump is surrounded, pardon my language, by lunatics and sycophants like Rudy Giuliani, who tried to make that very claim today at a so-called news conference with hair dye running down his cheeks in a presentation that went from terrifying to ridiculous to the theater of the absurd, full of claims of fraud without presenting a speck of evidence, just a bizarre stew of buzzwords and fear-mongering about a global conspiracy against Trump.
George Soros, Antifa,
Hugo Chavez, the Clinton Foundation.
Fake news headlines.
Did you all watch My Cousin Vinny? The nice lady who said she saw, and then he says to her, how many fingers do I got up?
Never mind the fact that one of those sycophants that he's relying on to make that claim, Jenna Ellis, called him an idiot back in 2016 and claimed his supporters don't care about facts or logic. But it's not even funny, actually. It's horrifying. The fact that they are now floating conspiracy theories at a national level because this man cannot handle losing an election. And the all-out assault on our democracy is getting even worse. Trump has now summoned 2 Michigan Republican lawmakers to the White House in yet another Don Quixote joust to try and overturn the election that he lost. Meanwhile, the Washington Post reports that the goal is just to delay a final count long enough to cast doubt on Biden's decisive victory, adding that Giuliani has also told Trump and associates that his ambition is to pressure GOP lawmakers and officials across the political map to stall the vote certification in an effort to have Republican lawmakers pick electors and disrupt the Electoral College. While another senior Trump administration official told NBC News that those close to the president, and frankly, the president, understand that the legal challenges are futile. While the AP notes that the goal is what we've all known all along, to just sow chaos. Today, at least some Republicans dropped the charade. 5 Republican governors participated in an event with President-elect Biden, who summed up the pathetic nature of Trump's refusal to concede.
An incredible irresponsibility, incredibly damaging messages being sent to the rest of the world about how democracy functions. It sends a horrible message about who we are as a country.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.